continuing with our study of the sutras that are in the first chapter in the 30s. This is a list of suggestions for objects of concentration, for meditation. And today we're working with 137, which says, turning to a being whose mind is released from passions is also calming. In other words, we can direct our attention to somebody. The sutra says vita raga, a being whose passions have been appeased. So a high being. Traditionally, this may have been a guru or a saint. We're less likely in this day and age to have a guru or encounter a saint. We might encounter some wise people in our lives. And we're going to loosen the meaning of this sutra a little bit, as Deskachar did, to make it more relevant to us. Like when we are considering something, we can turn to someone wise and perhaps even seek their counsel, but if not, sit with the way that they may address the problem. We are going to this morning do a practice that was developed by Deskachar. It's in his book, which is an excellent textbook for yoga. It's called The Heart of Yoga. It really is a great foundation for understanding the physical and mental and spiritual practices of yoga. So this practice is straight from this book. Well, no, it's not, because it's not quite long enough, so I'm going to add a couple of things which are consistent with the practice. But you'll feel it's a little different from what you might normally get from me, because this is not my creation, it's his creation. So we are going to, this morning, come into the presence of Deskachar, who was a wise and much practiced individual. So we'll do his practice. That was just him chanting with his daughter that you heard. And honor this tradition. Since, as I said earlier, we're not so likely to be studying with a guru or walk down the street and meet a saint. In this day and age, we have books, and they can be a great resource for us to get some insight in how a being who is free from passions might approach living in this world. So I will be referring to this book to make sure I'm doing it, make sure I'm actually doing his practice. So begin in Samastiti. And you'll see in this practice, there's a lot of lengthening of the sides of the body. So where I've added a couple postures, they are in harmony with that idea of bringing awareness and length to the sides of the body. And feel the balance under your feet. The ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, the very center of the heel, all evenly balanced. Relax the toes if you can. Draw your attention up your legs. Stand tall through the legs. Put some energy there. So you don't want to push back into the knees, but you can straighten them. You can pull up on the tops of the knees and let the thigh muscles pull up towards the hip socket. And then balance the pelvis. You don't want to feel like your lower back is really compressed, nor that you're tucked under, but nice balance on the top of the legs, out of which the spine can lengthen. And feel that lengthening up to the very top of the head, which will drop your chin down a little bit. Hold yourself up with your postural muscles, which are in the belly, So you don't have to hold yourself up with your shoulders. Let the shoulders relax. Focus the eyes. Let's take a moment to come into the breath with the lips gently closed. Gentle ah sound in the back of the throat to make the ujjayi breath. Breathing through the nose. Inhaling, being aware first of the chest and then down through the ribs and then into the belly. It's expansion downward. And then exhale, being aware of the belly. Pull gently across and empty yourself from the bottom up to the top. Take a couple more slow breaths like this. Seeing if you can find a slow, comfortable, complete breath. Keep the eyes gently focused. Keep the attention in the body. We'll add a simple movement in conjunction with the breath. We're just going to raise one arm at a time. And as you raise the arm, I want you to be aware of the length of the side of that, the length in that side of the body. Chin will stay down, eyes focused the whole time, and follow the direction of the breath throughout. So as we inhale, we're going to raise the left arm forward and up, feeling the expansion of the ribs, then the belly. And with the exhale, hug the belly in, lower the arm down the front, relax the shoulders, feel the support in the belly, and then we're going to switch to the right arm. And inhale, raise the right arm forward and up, filling from the top to the bottom. Feel the length in your right side, stand tall through the center of the body. Exhale, hug the belly in, relax the arm down and soften the shoulders. And we do it twice more for each arm. Inhale, left arm forward and up. Remember the gaze stays steady, chin is staying down. And hug the belly in as you exhale and slowly bring the arm down. Use this opportunity to lengthen the breath and match the movement to the length of the breath. Right arm forward and up with inhale, filling from the chest down into the belly. And exhale, emptying from the belly. You should feel your abdominal muscles engaging slightly and relaxing the right shoulder. One more time with each arm. Inhale, left arm forward and up. Feel the lengthening of your left side. And exhale, lower the arm, relax the shoulder, support from the belly. Same thing with the right arm. Inhale, forward and up. And hug the belly. Exhale, come down and relax the shoulder. Take a moment and relax the breath. Keep the gaze focused. Attention inside the body. Now we're going to go into Parshvottanasana. This is the asymmetrical forward bend. Classically, the front leg is straight the whole time. I'd like you to bend it as necessary. Square the pelvis off, turn the right toes out to the right and step the left leg forward. Please remember here that if you don't feel well balanced, your left foot can go farther to the left. Open the front of the hips out a little bit and give yourself a wider base to stand on. So this is a straight-legged position. If you decide to bend the knee, that's a variation, it's fine. Do it for a reason. If you need it for the balance or if your back feels better. If you don't need to bend the knee, then keep it straight. And we're going to go 6 times up and down into Parshvottanasana. Keep the breath slow. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up. Breathing from chest to belly, the eyes stay down. Exhale, hug the belly, bend yourself forward, reaching down towards the left leg. It's staying straight or bending if it needs to. Inhale, lift back up. strengthen your right back leg and see if that helps. Exhale, bend forward, coming down to the straight left leg, bending the knee as the modification if necessary. Inhale, lift the arms, open the chest, come up with the straight leg. Exhale, hug the belly and bend down. Keep anchored in your right heel. And inhale, lift back up. You can push through the right buttock and the right back thigh 3 more times. Exhale, fold down. And lift with the inhale. Remember to open the chest when you inhale and lift. Twice more. Exhale, pull the belly into the spine. Bend down. And float up to the top on the inhale. Last time. Hug the belly in, bend forward. Float up with the inhale. Keep the chest open and the chin down. And then exhale, lower the arms down the front. Relax the breath. And bring the left foot back to meet the right. Line your feet up in Samastiti. Steady the gaze. Soften the control of the breath. Bring the attention into the body. Several repetitions of an asymmetrical posture. Notice the sensations that follow that. Give the heartbeat a chance to reduce. Training the mind inward. We'll do the posture on the second side, keeping the pelvis steady. Turn the left toes out, and then step the right leg forward. Square the hips and widen the right leg out if you feel any amount of imbalance. This is a little more challenging for the balance than the hero pose, so give yourself a nice wide foundation. The chin is down throughout this whole vinyasa. 6 repetitions. Up and down, leg is straight. Bend it as a modification as needed. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, feeling the breath move downward from the chest to the belly. Hug the belly in as you exhale and bend down, keeping the right leg comfortably straight, bending as necessary. Inhale, arms forward to open the chest, flatten the back, come up, your chin stays down. Exhale, hug the belly and move slowly. Use the abdominal muscles to help you be balanced and to regulate the breath. Inhale, arms up, chest open, all the way up to the top. Chin stays down. Exhale, pull the belly in, bend forward. Inhale, arms and chest open, chin stays down as you lift up to the top. We're doing it 3 more times. Exhale, hug the belly in, bend down. Open the chest and lift up. Twice more. And 1 final repetition. Slow the breath down, especially on your exhale. Then the arms come down with the exhale. The gaze is steady, the belly is engaging. The shoulders relax. Release the control of the breath. Then the right foot comes back to meet the left. Stand in Samastiti. Soften here. attention in the body. Notice any sensations that come up. Keep letting the breath breathe itself. Be aware of your continued even balance on your feet, the liftedness of the spine, and the ease in the body. Now we'll take as a counterpose to this an Uttanasana forward bend with a half forward bend. Chin will stay down. Inhale from the chest to the belly, raise the arms forward and up. Exhale, hug the belly and bend yourself forward. And then keep your hands touching your legs and inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, relax down into the full forward bend. Let your head hang, your shoulders relax. And then inhale, reach the arms forward to open the chest. Bring yourself all the way up to the top. Chin is down. Exhale, hug the belly and slowly exhale as the arms come down to the sides. We'll do that just 2 more times. Inhale from the chest to the belly, raising the arms forward and up, keeping the chin down. Exhale, hug the belly and bend down. Legs are comfortably straight here, so again, you can bend as a modification. Hands touch the legs as you inhale and flatten the back out. Open the chest. Exhale, hang down, fully releasing into the forward bend. And inhale, arms forward, chest open, come all the way up to the top. And hug the belly as you exhale the arms down the front. And take that 1 more time. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, feel the belly pull in as you bend down. Legs comfortably straight, neck and shoulders relaxed. Hands stay in contact with the leg as you inhale to flatten the back. Your chin should still be down. Exhale, fold fully forward, release completely into the forward bend. And inhale, arms forward, chest open, come all the way up, keeping the chin down. Exhale, hug the belly, lower the arms down the front. And relax completely. Soften the control of the breath, keep the gaze steady. Draw the attention into the body, notice physical sensations. Those physical sensations might be, oh, I feel my legs or my back or my shoulders, something that you feel muscularly or joint-wise. You might also notice the feel of the air on your skin. You could hear the sound of the breath moving. You could feel your heartbeat. We're going to take a wide position now and prepare for Utthita Trikonasana, the lateral triangle. So we're going arm to the same side leg, stretching the side again, not the twisted triangle. We're going to do 4 repetitions and then stay for 4 breaths. So we begin by stabilizing the pelvis and then turning the left toes out towards 90 degrees. Remember, in this posture, we want the front of the body to face forward the whole time. So your breastbone should always be pointing in the same direction it's pointing right now. And the breath can tend to get quite short in these side bends, so pay attention to lengthening the breath, giving each exhale its full due and each inhale its full due, which may be shorter than usual, but still pay attention, still lengthen it. With the inhale, raise the arms wide. And then with the exhale, bend to the left side. Your left hand's coming down to your left leg. If you like, you can turn and look at your right fingertips or just continue to look forward. And inhale, come back up to the top. We're going to bend down 3 more times. Exhale, bend down to the left side. Keep the front of the body open. And inhale, come up to the top. Twice more. Exhale, side bend left. And come up to the top with the inhale. One last time. Exhale, bend down. And now we're going to stay. Focus the gaze, whether it's up or forward, for 4 breaths. Nice and slow. Inhale, chest to belly. And exhale, belly to chest. Again, inhale, chest to belly. Slow the breath down. And exhale, belly to chest. 2 more breaths at your own pace. Keep the front of the body facing forward. And when you finish those 4 breaths, inhale up to the top. Center the hips. And exhale, lower the arms down to the sides. Unrotate the left foot and step back to Samasthiti. Take a moment, let yourself settle into this equal and easeful balanced pose. And noticing sensations in the body. The sensations will probably be different from what you felt after the forward bend. What do you notice now? Now we'll take the same thing on the other side. Bring the legs comfortably wide. Keeping the pelvis steady. Rotate the right leg out in the socket to turn the right toes towards the right. 4 repetitions, 4 breaths of stay. Slow, smooth, steady breath the whole time. Inhale, arms open wide. Feel that the weight of the front of the body is facing forward, and keep it facing forward as you exhale and bend down to the right leg. And inhale, come up to the top. Center the pelvis. Exhale, side bend down to the right. Turn and look up at the left fingertips if you like. And inhale, back up to the top. Slow it down. Exhale. From the belly, side bend to the right. And lift up to the top on the inhale, last repetition. Exhale, side bend to the right. Focus the gaze either forward or up at the left fingertips. We're going to stay for 4 breaths. Follow the slow flow of the breath from the chest to the belly, and then out from the belly to the chest. When you're finished with the 4 breaths, use an inhale to come up to the top. Exhale, bring the arms down to the sides. Unrotate the right foot. And step the legs back together, finding samastiti, attention in the body. Return to the back of the mat. We'll counter pose with Ardha Utkatasana. Half squat. We're just doing 4 in sequence, no stopping between the position, no stopping between the repetitions. Chin down the whole time. Remember to pull the belly in at the beginning of the exhale and open the chest at the beginning of the inhale every time. Inhale, arms forward and up. Breathe from the chest to the belly. Exhale, pull the belly in and bend down, bending the knees as you fold down, hands to the floor or to the legs. Then open the chest by raising the arms, lifting the chest away from the thighs and straightening the legs. Do it 3 more times. Exhale, bend the knees, fold down. And inhale, arms and chest open, legs straighten, stand back up. 2 more times. Exhale to bend down. Inhale to lift and open. And last repetition. When you're done, the arms release to the sides. Relax the control of the breath once again, coming into samastiti. Gaze steady, attention in the body. We're going to come to all 4s now and work with downward facing dog. We're going to do 6 repetitions in and out of the all 4s position and then stay for 6 breaths. This is a rather long stay in downward dog, so modify it if necessary. You can break it into 2 pieces or just simply do fewer breaths if that suits you better. So we begin on all 4s. And remember here, we're working with lengthening the sides of the body. This is actually one of the poses that I inserted, but it's appropriate because when you're in the downward facing dog, you really want to find length in your side body. So I want you to be aware of where your hips and your armpits are and feel that lengthening every time you come up into the pose. With the inhale, draw the breath slowly in through the nose from the chest to the belly. With the exhale, we're tucking the toes and raising the hips up towards the ceiling. Pushing away from the floor. Feel the length from your hips to your armpits. Inhale, bring the knees back down. We're going to do that 5 more times and then stay. Exhale, hug the belly. Lift up. Remember, the knees need not be straight. Get the side of the lengthen the body and the torso. Inhale, knees down. The legs follow. Exhale, pull the belly in, push yourself up. Keep the knees bent to whatever degree you need to. You can keep the heels off the floor. Inhale, knees down to the floor. 3 more times. Hug the belly. Exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, slowly the knees come down, the chest opens. Exhale from the belly, raising the hips to the ceiling. And inhale, knees down. This is our final repetition. We're going to enter and stay for 6 breaths. Please come down sooner if that's too long. Exhale, push up into the pose. Count yourself 6 slow breaths and keep checking the side of the body is long. Lengthen the breath. Inhale from the chest to the belly. Exhale from the belly to the chest. Slow it down. Come down if you're ready to come down. 2 more breaths. If you're ready to stay. And when you are done with the 6 breaths up in the posture, inhale, the knees come to the floor. And now we're going to go in and out of Chakravarkasana 6 times. Exhale, tuck your tail, relax your elbows as you bring your hips back to your heels. And inhale, lift up onto all 4s, open the chest. Breastbone away from belly button. Exhale, pull the belly in, tuck the tail, soften your elbows and drop your head. And inhale, come forward and open the chest. Exhale, first from the belly, then tuck the tail, bend the arms, hang your head down. And do it 3 more times slowly. Go at the pace of your own breath, but be sure that your breath is lengthened and smooth. When you're finished, you can take a few relaxed breaths back in the child's pose. Adjust the legs wider if you like, or your hands under your forehead. Be comfortable in the child's pose and let the breath go. Okay, we're going to turn over onto the back. Please lie comfortably on your back. You can start with the knees bent or into the chest if your back prefers that. And then find a position where you can really relax for a moment. Letting go of the breath. And here, it's appropriate to close the eyes. Bring the senses even more inward. If you want to stretch the legs out all the way, feel free to do that. Giving into gravity, just briefly relaxing before we start some more positions. Breath is completely breathing itself. The awareness stays inside the body. If the mind is pulled outward by a thought or some activity around you, bring it back in. Okay, we're going to go into Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclined bound angle pose. We begin with the knees bent and the feet and knees close to each other. Classically, you're going to have your fingers interlaced the whole time. When we start, you have your hands clasped and your knuckles pointing towards your thighs. When we go into the posture, you're going to turn your hands inside out so the palms move away or point away from the head. That's classical. So, of course, modify as necessary. You could clasp the hands but not turn them inside out, or you could just leave the arms down at the sides, or even sweep them if that is easier for you. I'm going to do the classic variation, but modify as necessary, please. 6 repetitions, staying for 6 breaths. Slow the breath down. Inhale, knees will open out wide and the hands come overhead, and if you like, you can turn the palms inside out. And then exhale, bring the knees together and lower the hands down. Fingers are clasped, knuckles are pointing towards the thighs. 5 more repetitions. Inhale, reach up and overhead, knees wide. And exhale, knees come together and hands lower back onto the belly. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, knees come wide apart. And exhale, knees together and hands return. 3 more times. Nice and slow. Inhale, feel the opening of the front of the body. And exhale, pull the belly in and gently draw everything back in towards the center. Notice how the movement and the breath complement each other. Inhale, opening on away from center as the breath expands you. And exhale, pulling back into the center as the breath empties out with the support of the belly. Inhale, once again. Open and expand. And exhale, draw back into the center. And now we're going to move into the posture and stay for 6 breaths. Inhale, arms up overhead, knees wide. You can touch the soles of the feet together or not as it suits you. Hands turned inside out if you like. Count 6 breath cycles. Close your eyes. Observe the inflowing breath expanding you. And then feel the out-breath pulling the belly in and releasing the shoulders as the breath goes out. Inhaling each time from chest to belly. And exhaling from belly to chest. When you're finished with the 6 breaths of stay, use your exhale to lower the arms and bring the knees back together. Pause for a moment and relax the breath. Then we'll bring the knees into the chest, one hand over each knee, and take 6 repetitions of Apanasana. Exhale, pulling the thighs into the belly. And inhaling, breathing from the chest down into the belly. Feel the expansion of the front of the body. Exhale, pull the belly in. Feel the contraction of the front of the body as you hug the knees in. Notice the lower back stretching. Inhale, chest opens. Breathe from chest to belly. And exhale, abdominals contract, knees pull in. Breathe out from belly to chest. Do it 3 more times. When you're done with all those repetitions, rest for a moment. You could keep your knees into the chest, especially if your lower back feels a little tight. You could place the feet down on the floor. Or you could extend the legs out all the way. In any case, let the breath flow. Keep the attention inside the body. Notice the relaxed flow of the breath. Feel any lingering sensations. If you are using your abdominals in Apanasana, maybe you'll feel a little bit of sensation in the low belly. And let's turn over to the right side. So we're going to come up into a seated position. We're doing a seated forward bend. You notice I don't do seated postures that often. There's a reason, which is that in this culture we tend to sit too much in general. Hamstrings tend to be very tight, hip flexors tend to be tight, and our upper backs tend to be overstretched. So a seated posture can really aggravate all of those conditions. But we're going to try it today. It's in this sequence from Desikachar. And we're going to do Janu Shirshasana, which is one leg forward and the other foot inside. So I'm going to start with the left leg forward and the right foot inside. If it's hard for you to get your sit bones on the mat, there are 2 options. One is that you can sit up on your cushion and get yourself a more comfortable lower back. If your hamstrings are really tight, the other option is that you can take your blanket and roll it up underneath your knee, so you've got some support underneath the leg. That will ease some of the hip flexion. So prop yourself up if that's helpful. sit on the blanket or put it underneath your knee. We want to begin to be able to get both sit bones really down into the mat and the spine open. If you're behind your sit bones and collapsing back, please sit up on something. So the left leg is forward. We're going to take 6 repetitions, and then we will stay for 6 breaths. Keeping the chin down throughout. Inhale, raise the arms forward and up, opening the chest and breathing down into the belly. Exhale, fold down. I want you to pull your belly back first and then fold down. Elbows bent. Please don't reach forward. I want you to soften the shoulders. Inhale, then raise the arms and open the chest. You should have a flat back for most of the ascent. Exhale, first get your belly out of the way. And then fold down over. Soften the shoulders, bend the elbows, relax the neck. Inhale, lift the arms, open the chest. Your back is flat as you come up to the top. Exhale, pull the belly back, get it out of the way, and then fold forward. Relax the neck and shoulders. Elbows should be bent. And inhale, open the chest. Lift up to the top. We have 3 more repetitions. Exhale, pull the belly back. Fold down without reaching, elbows soft. Inhale, arms up, chest up, flat back, sit up tall. Exhale, pull the belly back, release forward, soften the upper body. Inhale, raise the chest, lift yourself up. Remember the chin is down. This time we're going to stay. Exhale, pull the belly back, fold down. Hands come wherever they comfortably land. Please get your elbows bent and down towards the floor. 6 slow breaths. Inhale, feeling your breastbone moving a little away from the belly. And exhale, relaxing into the forward bend. Making the spine as long as it can be from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Soften the shoulders. Careful not to reach. Bending the elbows will help you not reach there. The reach is the breastbone moving away from the belly button. Relaxing into the forward bend a little bit more with every exhale. 3 more slow breaths. When you've completed the final breath, use an inhale to come back up, raise the arms, lift the chest, come all the way up, and exhale, lower the arms down the front, and then bring the soles of the feet together. You can hold your ankles or your toes or your knees. We're just going to sit and release in the center for a moment, relax the breathing. This is just a transitional pose, giving the breath a chance to relax. And we'll do the posture on the other side. The right leg comes forward. Left foot is now inside the thigh. Be sure that you're up on your sit bones and your spine is lifted to start. Support underneath the knee or sit up on something. We want the spine, the front of the body open so we can get a full breath. 6 repetitions, 6 breaths of stay. Keep the chin down as you inhale from your chest down to your belly. And then pull the belly in and exhale, fold down. Please don't reach. Let the elbows bend, soften the arms. Inhale, arms up, flatten the back, arms up around the ears, and that will help you get your back flat. Exhale, pull the belly back if you're trying to get your belly out of your way, and then fold down. Relax forward. And inhale, arms up, chest lifted, back is flattened, come all the way up tall. Exhale, draw the belly back and bend down, releasing forward into that forward bend. And inhale, open chest, come all the way up. 3 more repetitions. Pull the belly back first and exhale, fold down without reaching, softening forward. Inhale up. Open the chest, lift tall, hug the belly back and bend down with the exhale. Soften the shoulders and the elbows, hang the head and lift with the inhale. Last bend forward, exhale, pull the belly back and soften down into the forward bend where we'll stay for 6 breaths. See if you can count the 6 breaths. Slowly inhaling from the top to the bottom. Complete slow exhale from the bottom to the top, elbows bent, head hanging, spine lengthened over the leg. 5 more breaths. When you're done with the 6 breaths, lift the arms and open the chest to come up on your inhale. Lower the arms down with the exhale. Bring the soles of the feet together for a moment. And then we're going to do a pose that we don't do often in this class for a counter pose. If this doesn't work for you, I'd like you to do the desk pose, the Dvipadipedam. This is an upward table, and the intention is to stretch out the front of the hips. The pelvic lift will do the same thing. And I'm just letting you know that classically, we inhale to lift and exhale to lower. I'm going to change the breath so that we're exhaling up so that your lower back is supported. And this is in alignment with the teachings. Any posture can be done on the exhale. So a little bit more support. We're varying Deskachar's practice just a little bit. And if you'd rather do the pelvic lift, lie down on your back and do that 6 repetitions. We're going to exhale, get you where you are. We're sitting up with the feet in line with the sit bones, the hands reclined behind us. As we exhale, we push firmly into the feet as we engage the belly and lift the hips up towards the ceiling, flattening out the front of the thighs, and then inhale, lower the hips back down. Be sure you keep your chest open as we inhale. Exhale, strong in the belly, legs, and hips, and inhale, lower back down. Exhale, engage from the belly as you come up, and inhale, drop back down. Exhale, feel the belly strong and lift hips up, flatten the front of the thighs. And do that 2 more times. Exhale, push up. And inhale, lower. And last time, exhale up. And inhale down. From here we go on to the back. We're going to bend the knees and move into Apanasana. 6 repetitions of Asana to finish this Asana sequence. Knees into the chest and slowly draw the thighs in towards the belly as you exhale out from the belly to the chest. Feel the lower back flattening. And then inhale, chest to belly, opening the front of the body. 5 more times. Slow the breath down. Exhale, pull the thighs gently in. Inhale and open the chest. And move the knees away. Slow the breath down. Exhale, feel your belly engage. Feel the contraction in the front of the body to allow the lengthening in the back of the body. And inhale, breathe into the chest. Let the belly release. Last of all, 3 more times. Go at your own pace. When you're done, feet down to the floor. Relax for a moment with the knees bent, feeling the back of the body, relaxing towards the floor. And as you're ready, release fully out into Shavasana, stretching out long. Separating the feet about as wide as your mat. Separating the arms a little bit wider than your mat, turning your palms up and opening the front of the body. Relaxing the breath. Eyes closed here. And while you relax, we're listening again to Deskachar and his daughter, Nicola. This is Vedic chanting.
Om Oshadaya Samvadante Somena Saharagnya. Om Oshadhayasam. Om Oshadhayasam Samoshadhaya Oshadhayasam. Om Oshadhayasam Samoshadhaya Oshadhaya Samvadante Vadante Samoshadhaya Oshadhaya Samvadante. Samvadante Samvadante Vadante Sagum Samvadante. Samvadante Vadante Sagum Samvadante Somena Vadante Sagum Samvadante Somena. Vadante Somena. Vadante Somena Somena Vadante Vadante Somena. Vadante Somena Somena Vadante Vadante Somena Saha Saha Somena Vadante Vadante Somena Saha. Somena Saha Somena Saha 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 somena somena sahara Rajñā saha somena somena saharajñā
Saharajñā
Saharajñā rajñā saha saharajñā Rajñeti rajñā Shraddhaya samidhyate Shraddhaya vindate havihi Shraddham bhagasya murdhani vachasa vedayamasi Priyaga shraddhe dadataha Priyaga shraddhe didasataha Priyam bhojeshu yajvasu Idam uditam kridhi Yatha deva asureshu Shraddha mudreshu chakrire Evam bhojeshu yajvasu Asmakamuditam kridhi Shraddhan deva yajamanaha Vayurgopa upasate Shraddhagum hridayaya putya Shraddhaya huyate havihi Shraddham pratarhavamahe Shraddham madhyam dinam pari Shraddhagum suryasya nimrichi Shraddhe shraddhavaye hama Shraddha devanadhivaste Shraddha vishwamidam jagat Shraddham kamasya mataram Havisha vardhayamasi Feel the body. Bring the attention into the body and prepare for movement. Slowly move your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, inhale into a long stretch, reaching the arms up overhead, stretching the fingers and toes away from each other. And then bring the knees to the chest, roll to the right side. And come up into a comfortable seated position. Sit up on the support of a chair or a blanket or cushion. Again, as with the Janu Shirshasana, we want the sit bones well supported so that the spine can be lifted. Plenty of space for the breath to move in the body as we go into pranayama. We're going to do an alternate nostril inhale. That means we breathe in through the nostril and out through the throat, through both nostrils, using the Ujjayi technique on the exhale. On the inhale, we're valving with the hand. I'm going to tell you the complete Mirgi Mudra. If it's complicated, just simply walk the nostril however it suits you. We fold down the first and middle finger of your dominant hand. Traditionally it's the right hand. So the index and middle finger are folded down. Then the hand is going to turn to face you. Your thumb will be in charge of the right nostril, your ring finger in charge of the left nostril, and we partially block the nostril that we're breathing through. So you can add that detail if that makes sense to you. The inhales will happen through one nostril. The exhale will be Ujjayi. We're going to do 12 breaths, which means 6 rounds, but I'll count that for you so you can just concentrate on the breathing. So begin by bringing your right hand up to the face. Place your thumb on your right nostril. Place the ring finger on the cartilage of the left and inhale through that partially blocked left nostril. Then pause momentarily as you lower your hand down and then exhale out from the belly to the chest. Gentle whispered ah in the throat. And then pause. And we're going to breathe in through the partially blocked right nostril this time. Pause as you lower the hand and then exhale out through both nostrils. Raise the hand on the pause. Inhale through the left side. Pause as you lower the hand and exhale Ujjayi. Raise the hand and inhale through the right. Pause as you exhale to pause as you lower the hand and then exhale through both nostrils. And pause, lift the hand, inhale left. Pause, lower the hand and exhale. Pause to lift the hand, inhale right. Pause and lower the hand, then exhale. We're going to do 3 more rounds. Just keep going, I'll count the rounds for you. Try that on your own. Each inhale is through the nostril. Each exhale is Ujjayi through both nostrils. The next inhale through the right nostril and the exhale that follows it will conclude the pranayama. Once you've finished, check your posture. Nice, even, steady seat on both sit bones, lifted spine, easeful neck and shoulders, eyes closed, face relaxed. And allow the breath to flow at its natural pace. attention inside the body. Taking just another minute or so to observe what's happening inside you at this very moment, with this very breath. The sutra says, Vita raga vishayam va chittam. By turning your attention to a being whose mind is released from passions, from raga, from desires, attachment, that is calming. Daskachar said, when we are confronted with problems, the counsel of someone who has mastered similar problems can be a great help. Such counsel can come directly from a living person or from the study of someone alive or dead. So you may have wise people in your lives, or may have encountered a wise person or two in your life, and whether you can consult them directly now, you can still call on the wisdom, thinking of that person as an example. Desikachar said after his father, Krishnamacharya, died, if he had a question about how to proceed with any of the yoga teachings, he could still consult him. And I don't think that he meant that, Desikachar was whispering in his ear. It's just that he could bring himself to a place of receiving that knowledge or perceiving from that point of view. Of course, when I say a wise person, it doesn't have to be someone in the yoga tradition. We encounter rare, wonderful specimens of people who give us inspiration and direction from all traditions. So I welcome you to think of this sutra as directing you towards finding sources of guidance and inspiration. Now bring your eyes to open. Namaste. Thank you for being here. And I do want to offer a couple suggestions. If you're interested in knowing more about this tradition, this is a wonderful book about Krishnamacharya. It's called Health, Healing, and Beyond. Desikachar, his son, wrote it. It's his biography, but it's also the story about how he developed his yoga practice. One of my private students is reading it right now, and she's finding it very useful. Among other things, she said, there's anecdotes or teachings that I've delivered to her over the past many years, and she finds them here in the context and sort of, oh, aha, I see where this came from. So that's a great book. It's called Health, Healing, and Beyond. It's by Desikachar. And then there's another another book by one of Desikachar's students, which is called Krishnamacharya, His Life and Teachings by A.J. Mohan, another longtime student, also a good read. So if you want me to remind you of those titles, you can leave me a message. And I just want to put something out to those of you who are in Rensselaerville. Speaking of, we're not really speaking of being together, but I had the thought that it might be nice before the weather gets cold for us to gather, not for a class, but for a little satsang, just for a check-in in person. I'm thinking of Thursday evening, maybe 6:30, to meet outside Conkling Hall, or if it's raining, maybe under the pavilion at the playground, just for maybe an hour. That would be max. You know, bring a chair, we'll sit in a distant circle and talk about how this is going, if there's anything that would make it easier for you, or just to get together, and maybe I could lead a brief meditation of some kind. So will you send me a text, or maybe put me a message there if that is interesting to you? If we have a couple of you local people who'd like to do that, let's do it before it gets too cold. Okay. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for being here, everybody.